1 minute. Is it okay? Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kickstart and its closing ceremony 2022. It is so exciting to actually see all of you here in person, but also virtually, wherever you are right now. Welcome as well. Let me quickly share something with you all. Did you actually know that the lifespan of a human being globally is average 3,795 weeks? So 10 weeks actually. The 10 weeks really seems like a small fraction of it. But so much can actually happen in 10 weeks. For example, you could build 60 homes with 3D printing in a city or smart city. You could save 73% of your food carbon footprint if you go vegan instead of being a meat eater. You could learn 3,500 new words, or you could also lose 3,000 francs on Bitcoin. And you also got yourself through an amazing program, Kickstart. And you sealed the deal with so many corporations and proof of concepts. Well, I hope so at least. So this is it. 10 weeks of a fantastic program. 10 weeks of making it happen. 10 weeks of more sustainability focus, 10 weeks of working with amazing people and on your startup or scale-up. So, of course, we want to actually see the number. How many POCs did we have at the end? And who else could tell us more about what happened in the last 10 weeks than Katka Letzing, CEO, Kickstart Innovation, and Amanda Beerde, co-founder, Impact Hub Switzerland. Welcome on stage.
Hoi zusammen und willkommen.
Bienvenue à la cérémonie de clôture de Kickstart 2022.
Don't worry, we'll continue in English. Good evening to everyone, especially also to the startups coming and flying in again from all different countries. So I have to say I'm really excited for this day every single year. I always tell my team that I feel that I'm getting married 3 times per year. It's usually in the opening ceremony, CEO dinner, and the closing. So I will be really happy tomorrow morning because I say, hey, we already accomplished all the things. But I know that you will also be happy because it's been really exhausting last 10 weeks of the pushing and making it happen. Even, of course, this is just a start. So I just wanted to say to welcome to everyone and also a huge applause to everyone who made it happen in the last 10 weeks. We're really happy to have Lizanne here as a moderator, so I just wanted to say that from the Habitat for Humanity, this is why you learned about the statistics, what you can do in the smart building, and I encourage you to learn even more in your break. For today, maybe to give you a summary, what actually really has happened, and I know you really want to learn about the POCs, but at first we'll tell you a little bit how was the program and what we actually accomplished. So we started with working with all the verticals that you can see, launching the initiative in April globally, finding the startups. But before then, we spent 3 months working with the organizations and public and private sectors, with all the partners, finding out what are their challenges and opportunities to find all the potential pilots and commercial projects. This year, as you could see, we changed from red to blue, to focus on sustainability, but also becoming a little bit more global. And I will repeat again, as you know, the blue is the new green, so this is why we chose this color. I have to say it adopted really well because we've seen a lot of great feedback globally, and we're really excited to push that even further. As you could see, a lot of the focus was, as in the last 3 years, to push also projects in the longer term sustainability, to connection to circular economy as well as DGs. So we walk you through that and you will learn through the pilots, through different verticals, how it actually went. But Amanda, in how many countries did we engage this year?
So this year we're really happy because we've engaged in 58 countries to help us source the best solution that can match our partners' needs here in Switzerland. And we also did it in collaboration with the Impact Hub Global Network. But more key figures, Ketka.
So as you know, I love numbers because I'm geek, so I'll walk you through it, even if you don't want to. So when you look at the blue numbers, I'm really happy that we engaged, or black numbers, sorry, in over 80 countries so far, with over 500 partners, as well as engaged over 200 advisors and experts, and our startups raised more than 2 billion. There are two numbers that you can see, which you can keep guessing because it increased really much this year. So we really increased from 400 to 450 teams and startups to support this year. And the POC numbers will not tell you yet. So far we're on 200. Let's see what happens next. It was actually over 220.
And we want to, of course, take this opportunity to thank all of our partners across Switzerland, especially for the past 10 weeks that have been very intensive. So thank you once again for your trust and commitment.
I also would like to thank so much to the startups. Many of you were applying and saying, wow, what is this Swiss initiative? Do we really, can we really collaborate with the organizations and the public and private sector? And some of the feedback you will see really shortly, but I also really appreciate that you are coming out of your comfort zone to push for the different pilots and commercial projects. I want to say special applause to all of them coming from 12 different countries.
And so now we've prepared a little video with the key highlights, key moments of the 2022 edition.
Probably the most efficient networking opportunity I've ever had. And yeah, the community is super energizing, and I totally definitely recommend to anyone who's thinking about joining.
It's been amazing, really a wonderful spirit, experienced people, leaders, and kind of building connections I really wanted to build in Switzerland. So it's been very, very inspiring.
It was very tough, but it was very enjoyable. I learned myself a lot. Even though I'm a senior guy, it was really fun, and also to work with other teams.
It's best of both worlds, right? You have the scale and the kind of execution capacity of large corporates, and then you have the innovation, the freshness, the newness of startups that can really just challenge the status quo and then go ahead because they don't have any legacy background or, let's say, baggage or so.
Startups is always a great pleasure. It's one thing is really the energy you get out of it. It's the new ideas you get from the exchange, and it's very inspiring for all people who work from the business units.
The events, of course, meeting all these people from different environments and spaces and companies. That's the most exciting part of Kickstart. And also what comes after the program, of course, it's just a start, a 3-month program, but usually the work takes place afterwards and starts already for the next year.
Enhances the commitment of the company. There is also the way to just do startup collaboration when we need to do it. At the moment there are also companies who do that, but for us it's important to have this yearly program that gives us kind of the framework for this startup collaboration.
International
network,
powerful organization,
innovation,
Innovation.
Collaboration.
Same collaboration.
Collaboration.
Let's make it happen.
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 Things is that every year, we really try to walk the talk and kind of to say, okay, what are the results of Kickstart? And so our goal this year was to find new partnerships, and the goal was 50, and so I'm really happy to reach the number. So I just want to say to everyone who is really pushing for all the partnerships in the terms of pilots and commercial projects, and celebrate the number that I'm always dreaming of every single year. So I just wanted to say congrats. Over the last 7 years, I'm really happy to say that we really brought over 270 deals now. But I can speak about the numbers, and you might be asking me, what does this exactly mean? And this is why we're running the event today, when we'll walk you through all the 55 stories. Don't worry, we'll not be here until midnight. We chose just the most important ones, but also celebrate the collaboration, because we spoke a lot about startups fighting, but I also really have to say I admire really all the stakeholders in the corporates who are pushing for the projects to really push the pilots and commercial projects to the next level, to really enhance their organizations. I also would like to say a huge applause to them. And that's for the first part. Thank you so much, Amanda.
Thank you.
Now I would love you to hear a little bit from one of our partners who's been with us from the beginning. And so we created a special fireside chat. We call it the Swisscom Fireside Chat. And I would like to welcome on stage Alexander Schlampler from Swisscom Ventures, as well as Tina Willibert, also Swisscom Ventures. And I need help with the microphones now. Thank you. So, very good. Thank you so much. How are you guys doing? I love the team of Swiss Ventures.
Exactly.
You're really ready for the winter. It's perfect.
Absolutely. And we completely confirmed the meme of the venture capitalist with the Patagonia jacket, right?
Absolutely. Exactly. Yes. Really love it. Patagonia will be really happy, I have to say. So when we started the fireside chat, maybe Tina, can you tell us a little bit, how was this year? You were becoming, let's say, the main contact for Swisscom, kind of pushing the POCs and also, let's say, the venture towards investments. How it was for you, and can you maybe share a little bit your experience?
Yeah. So from my side, a huge thank you and my appreciation for you and the team, what you make happen here. I inherited the program beginning of the year, and I didn't know what expects me, and it was super intense, super interesting, and I never saw something like that before. So
I will take it as a compliment.
It is. No, it truly is. And we had internally within Swisscom and also with the startups really excellent exchanges. We wanted to much more POCs. Finally, we could agree on doing 5, but there were many more startups we would love to work with. So thank you
so much. Can you maybe also tell us, Tina, from your experience, it is that you have your portfolio companies, like last year, that you have one of the startups that also encouraged them to come to the, to the program. How is that for you, that you take care of the companies in the portfolio? Is it just about the investments, or is it really also about to support them further, kind of in their development?
Right. As you said, it's really supporting, making them grow and supporting them wherever we can, bringing them on stage or wherever they need help. But here I've got a kind of double role, also bringing the innovation within Swisscom.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. I really love Tina. It's very diplomatic because she's not revealing which POCs, because we'll come later. So thank you so much for that.
I can say.
Alexander, so coming to you, I would say you're kind of the guru at Swisscom Ventures. Can you maybe tell us about the trends of the technology? A lot of people are really worried also about the economic situation, but how it has been the trends that you see in the technology developing this year, and how you see that also coming up, let's say, for next year?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm really a trend guru, but thinking for that question, I think this year a few trends that have been going on have become quite visible or quite obvious now. I think the first one, and I have three. So the first one is that AI, machine learning, is really becoming pervasive and commoditized. So, you know, startups that say we have AI, you know, everybody has AI, and you know that, I'm sure. So it's not about, you know, having a better AI than someone else anymore, because, you know, there's so much available open source that the only thing that will make the difference is the data, your access to data and what you make out of that data. So that's number one. Then the second, you know, compute moving to the edge. We've been talking about that also for a couple of years. I'm invested in 2 robotics companies, and what we see there, and again coming to machine learning, is really that you need essentially machine learning and full compute capability on your robots, on those autonomous robots that you send out to the field. Just to give you an example, we have the Anybotics, the company with the 4-legged animal robot, not the yellow one, the red one. You know, that about 2 years ago, we went outside when it was snowing, and there was about 20 centimeters of snow. Now, Animal has a vision sensor, and you know, the vision sensor tells the robot the surface, this is a hard surface, right? So when it starts walking into the snow, there is a conflict, because the vision sensor says, yeah, your foot should be now 20 centimeters higher, but your sensor on the foot is saying, I'm not 20 centimeters high, right? I'm wading in the snow. And so to resolve these conflicts of those sensors, you need to have machine learning at the edge. And that's a big step now. I mean, that's really a big step, not just in robotics, but also in other things. And then the third, and that's connected to my first point, I think what we're also seeing is these expert platforms. So again, a lot of data coming together on platforms and giving really expert advice to the customers who subscribe to those platforms. We've invested this summer in a agtech company called X-Farm in Ticino. They have a farm information system where they collect, you know, data from in-field sensors, so soil moisture sensors, for example, satellite images from the tractors, from many different sources. And they give with all this data, they provide expert advice to the farmers, you know, when to plant the corn. I mean, we've been planting corn probably for the last 6,000 or 8,000 years in the first week of May. That was the rule. That's when you plant the corn. Now, with all this data, you can really fine-tune and optimize also your harvest, your collection. So those are, let's say, 3 points that I've been seeing. Sorry, I was a bit long.
No, thank you so much for sharing. What I love about these events, you always learn something new. So it's perfect. Thank you. Maybe last question for both of you. You know, there's definitely a topic for sustainability. Can you maybe give example for you why is it important or not important to invest in companies that are supporting, you know, and are really focusing on the long-term sustainability versus the ones who are not just yet?
I think from my side, I mean, we see the market. Capital allocation is really going towards the sustainability. So the big pension funds, the big institutional asset managers, they have now embraced sustainability. They want us also. I mean, you know, we have LPs ourselves. They want us to invest. And so that's, let's say, the extrinsic motivation. Then we have an intrinsic motivation that we also want to change this world, want to make it a better world, and you know, personally as a team, and that's why we invest in sustainability.
Yeah, would you like to add anything? Just agree. Perfect.
Nothing to add.
Cool. Well, I really thank you so much for kind of pushing that, because it's something where we are going towards to more and more, and it's good to hear that it's still USP. So thank you so much. Love your jackets, and thanks so much for all the POCs.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tina, Alexander, and also Katka and Amanda. Okay. Announcements. So we'll start in a few seconds with the verticals. We'll start with smart cities. Some logistical information quickly before. So we'll have a flying dinner from 8 to 9 if you make it until then, and we keep the time. At the same time, we will also have a party as well going on the other side, starting at around 8. It's public or open for the public, so invite your friends. I mean, this is the closing ceremony and party, so looking forward to also cheer on you. 55 POC, amazing number. And with that, let's start with smart cities. And let's welcome with a huge applause Ray Neubauer and Paulina Kanye on stage.
Good evening, everyone. Very happy to open the POC announcements. And I think I need to click first, twice. So that's smart cities. Excellent. For those of you who don't know us yet, Paulina and I'm myself, Ray, we lead the smart city vertical. It's actually the first time that we are opening the POC announcements. Smart cities starts with S, so normally we are at the end, so that makes us very happy. And that being said, yes, thanks. That being said, you might know the mission of the Smart City vertical is that we bring smart technologies to Switzerland in order to make Swiss businesses and cities more sustainable, more resilient, while at the same time keeping the high level of living that we have in Switzerland and also the location advantages. We had several interesting solutions this year in the Smart City vertical, starting from sustainable building technologies, thinking of smart lighting, of technologies that save heating energy, also renewable energy technologies, as you might see over there, the solar blinds of solar gaps, but we'll come to that a bit later. And last but not least, also the topic of EV charging, EV mobility, that was something considered in this year's vertical. To give you some statistics, we had 100 applications at the beginning of the year. Our partners then chose 10 amazing startups, and they basically came from 7 different countries. In the end, 8 of them, 80% to be precise, are working in circular economy, so that's also quite a good quote. And what came out of that are 9 POCs that we are now announcing in the next stage. Before we do that, final word from my side. Thank you very much to all partners who made it happen again in Smart Cities this year. We had an amazing time, and without your help, we could not have made it possible. And also the extended Kickstart ecosystem, who proved to be very valuable for the startups and the partners to make it happen. And with that being said, over to you, Paulina, with the first announcement.
Thank you so much, Ray. We are very looking forward to all the announcements of the POCs in the Smart Cities vertical. The first one, as you see, we have COP with 2 announcements of the Naked Energy and LED City. Naked Energy is the startup from UK and are joining us today online, so hi guys. And the POC is about evaluating solar collectors for the Tropic House Frutigen. And the second POC is with LED City, and that's why I would like to invite on stage the representatives of COP, Katerina Bulmanti and Martin Meister from COP, and also LED City, Rico Segesser. Please welcome on stage for the announcement. So the POC is about the implementation of intelligent lighting system. The goal is to reduce energy consumption while collecting building information such air quality or occupancy. So now we have like a handshake, and congratulations for your amazing collaboration for today. And with Martin. Thank you so much. Thank you. And we are happy to have you here today. Woohoo! So today we're going to have a lot for smart cities about the energy saving due to energy crisis and what's the solution our startups are implementing to tackle these problems. So that's why we are going to our next partner, which is CSM, who is doing the partnership with mClimate, startup from Bulgaria. And we would like to learn more about the POC from George Kotrosios from CSM. Please welcome on stage.
Hey, George.
Just shortly about the POC, it's about the smart heating devices of mClimate that will be implemented in the school in Neuchâtel in 2023. And again, the goal is to save up to 30% of the heating energy. But let's learn more about it from George, and Ray will ask some questions.
Exactly. So CSEM, that's the Swiss Center for Electronics Microtechnology, which is basically an innovation agency pushing forward disruptive technologies. So I was wondering what made you choose mClimate for that POC?
You know, this interesting process. You have these meetings. It was beginning of September, correct? And you start discussing. You have one meeting after the other every 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and they will meet mClimate with Ms. Mitsova. Very nice discussion. I was very proud to go home to say to my guys, listen, I have a fantastic company to work with. We know them. So we already knew them. There was already some preparatory work, but the whole thing accelerated the process. It was really fantastic that actually we were able to start something hopefully next year.
Great. So maybe you can also describe shortly the role of CSEM in that POC, basically applying the technology in a school building.
Yes, actually CSEM usually makes the hardware. In a number of other cases, we don't make the hardware. In this case, we make the software. Actually, there's a kind of puzzle in which mClimate, they bring the hardware, this kind of wiki device, and on our side, we developed within our European project, Domos, we developed the software, and we're making the test, the implementation, the validation of this thing next year, hopefully. So it's a kind of marriage between hardware and software, a bit data technology, and we're trying to optimize, bring something like 30% that you mentioned, Paulina, less consumption, which is huge in the times we're running now.
So you are expecting like 30% from that technology of savings, right?
What we promise.
Okay, I get that. So in that sense, I wish you all the best. Good luck for the POC. It was great to have you on stage. And
thank you so much.
See you next time. Thank you.
Thanks again. And now we are going to our next amazing partner. It's public authority, and it's of course our amazing Stadt Zurich that are with us from the beginning of Kickstart, working closely with our startups and bringing innovation to the city. And also that's why we're also looking forward for the next year cooperation with the city of Zurich. And this year they got 4 POCs with our startups. The first one, Green, the startup from Norway, and the POC is about collection return boxes and research on user behavior. The second one, again, mClimate, and POC is about testing their smart thermostats in a goal of reduction of the energy saving. The third is the startup from Sweden, Nudge. And they are going to in pilot project in field of recyclable collection in public spaces and to build knowledge about it. So congratulations for all those 3 POCs. Big applause to those startups who are joining us today online. And our last POC, also with the city of Zurich, is with Solar Gaps, the startup from Ukraine. And that's why we would like to invite on stage Nat Bechtold from city of Zurich, and also Evgen Eric from Solar Gaps. Welcome on stage. They're gonna tell us more about the POC. As you can see, they are going to test their solar blinds, as you see here, already some products, and their potential for the urban buildings. So now we have demonstration.
Okay, so.
Cool. So maybe before you sit down, also some questions to you both. The first one actually to you both. Where do I need to go next year to see that system in action? Which building are you equipping in the city?
That's a very good question.
Okay.
It's exactly the same question we had when we became aware of the potential of this solution. For the answer, we're looking forward to testing the system and to learn more about it. And then, as you said, hopefully in as many places as possible. We're looking forward to it.
Okay, cool. So, I mean, it's not a system as we normally know it in Switzerland yet, so something you install on your roof. Maybe also a question to you both. Is there any specific regulation, technical things I need to consider if I want to install something like that at home?
Basically, you see it everywhere, so we're just upgrading from the ordinary blinds to energy-generating ones. The same that we see with electric cars, so it's obvious to have.
Okay, so it's easy to retrofit basically, and
definitely.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, thank you very much for that information, and good luck with your POC as well.
So thank you so much. That was all about the announcement for the Smart Cities vertical. So we will give the stage to our moderator. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we'll go with the next vertical, health and well-being. Please come on stage. Where are you?
Hello, everybody. Is it on? Is it on? Do you hear me? Perfect. So a warm welcome from my side. My name is Katrina, and together with Uliana, we're proudly leading the health and well-being vertical. So a little bit, I don't have to explain what we do. It's health and well-being is fairly self-explanatory. But how was our process? So what we have had to do first is to scout the international pool of hundreds of innovative projects to cherry pick only 8 companies that would match the profiles for our partners. And we ended up with a really diverse selection and a very diverse cohort. But Uliana will tell you a bit more about the key highlights.
So we had startups from Switzerland, Germany, France, Finland, and Hong Kong. We are so proud to have 3 of them led by female founders.
Woohoo! Woohoo!
One company we also would like to highlight is Mersens from France, who won a Green Tech Award in France and contributing to the sustainable goals of the healthy environment. So, congratulations.
Congratulations. Perfect. So what happened next is, of course, to give them access to top-notch experts and advisors, and then rush them into this crazy 10 weeks of very intense, and I would say really fast and furious negotiations. So it's our pleasure to share some of the key POCs that happened in the last 10 weeks with you right now. So first, we will invite on stage Andrea Luscher, the CEO of MediService, a business unit of Galenica. I see Andrea is already coming. And also Sven Beichler from Tom Medications, a company that is solving the adherence of medication issue and helping individuals to take their medication at the right time. So, perfect. Uliana, so tell us more about the POC that we're talking about.
So Tom and Galenica will partner up to conduct polymedication check-in in a pilot for Tom app users in order to increase patient safety.
So Sven, first a question for you. So what is polymedication all about? Can you explain a little bit what it is and also what are the issues related to it?
Yeah, sure. Polymedication is when people take several pills over a longer time period, and that affects about 25 to 30% of the population. And the problem is that you can have double medication unnecessarily and harmful interactions, and you don't know, and the doctor doesn't know. So we identify this problem, and we solve it 100% anonymously and remote.
Thank you so much. So a question for you, Andre. So what is the end game here? What do you wish to achieve with this pilot?
So for us as from Galenica, with a network of over 550 pharmacies, our own as well as partner pharmacies, you might know Amavita or Sunstore, medication and especially e-medication is at the core and the heart of our business. And in the end, it's all about patient safety. And therefore, we believe that a digital and a co-payment of our customer is really worthwhile to invest, and especially with Sven and his team, it's a great pleasure to work.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Andre. So please, fist bump, handshake, hug, whatever you prefer.
Photo.
And I'm gonna keep Sven on stage. Thank you, Andre. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna keep Sven on stage for a little bit longer, and actually next invite on stage Natalie. Where do I have Natalie Bachmann from? Here we go, she's coming. The Innovation and Digitalization Specialist at Stadt Zurich. So Natalie, please welcome to the stage. Uliana, what POC are we talking about here?
So I'm happy to announce that Stadt Zurich and Tom Medications intend to set up a pilot project to determine whether the use of Tom medications, MediCheck, can improve medication safety for senior citizens.
Perfect. So Natalie, tell us a little bit more. So why this pilot? What's the goal, and also why senior citizens? Why is that a focus group for you?
Well, about 2 years ago, the city launched a new policy to make the city even more age-friendly than it already is. And one part of that is to support seniors in maintaining their mental and physical health and reducing their health risks. And that's exactly where Tom Medication comes in, and where we hope to see if this MediCheck actually helps in doing that.
Perfect. Congratulations. If you want to have a quick handshake. Thank you, Natalie. Okay, Sven, I'm still keeping you here for a little bit longer. I'm sorry. So next, maybe a little bit of a surprise or a fact that you're not aware of. You are aware of that Kickstart is involved in bridging corporate innovation and corporates with the startups. But you might not know that we're also keeping an eye on cross synergies across our partners to facilitate and encourage joint POCs, but also when we have a cohort of amazing, incredible startups to look at how can they collaborate and engage together in POC work. So next, I'm going to invite on stage not a partner, but one of our other startups, Anna from Health Yourself, the CEO and co-founder of Health Yourself, offering do-it-yourself home tests and treatments. And we don't have. And so maybe Anna, you can share just quickly, kind of what do you envision to achieve together?
Yeah, so we are looking to make remote monitoring of chronic disease parameters, like, for example, cholesterol, possible from home for Tom Medication app users with our lab test from home.
Thank you so much. Please, quick handshake, and now Sven. Sven, you can go. Go gather your steps, be healthy. So, and Anna, now we're gonna keep Anna now a little bit on stage. So next, I'm gonna invite Matthias Gasser, the Open Innovation Manager, here we go, from AXA on stage. Hi, Matthias. And Oleana, can you just share quickly what POC are we talking about here?
So AXA and Health Yourself are exploring a potential POC by offering employees the possibility to do laboratory tests from home.
Perfect. So quick handshake, thank you so much. And now, Matthias, thank you very much. That's it, thank you. And Anna is sticking here another time because I would invite on stage Bridget Bieri. Here we go. It's a corporate development manager from Sanitas. Hello, Bridget. Nice to have you here. Uliana, what POC are we talking about here?
So Sanitas and Health Yourself will collaborate to test whether the Sanitas Health insurance customers are willing and capable of using to do it yourself healthcare services offered by Sanitas to take control of their health.
Perfect. So Anna, the big question, you have already 3,000 users. How is it with willingness and capability to perform home tests, mainly if it takes blood sampling and so on at home? What is what you're seeing at the moment?
Yeah, so I know that COVID was not a great thing for most of us, but for us it was actually pretty awesome because people got very used to taking tests at home. So we experienced a big surge in adoption over the last 12 months, and by now we have about 20% recurring customers, and some people are actually buying with us for the 4th or 5th time. So I think it is looking pretty good so far.
Amazing. So Bridget, you're trying, if you see interest and traction in do-it-yourself kind of healthcare services, what does it mean for Sanitas and for your offering going forward?
Katrina, I have to tell you, I can't tell you that. That's top secret.
Damn it.
No, but honestly, I mean, as you already said, I mean, we also see that the self-testing is just becoming more obvious for everyone. So for us, it's really important to empower our patients, our clients, and just being for them the health partner and giving them the means to help themselves.
Absolutely. Perfect. Thank you so much. So if you're happy to do a quick handshake, and off we go. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, even though we're announcing over 55 incredible POCs today, as Katka mentioned, and I believe Luca from PostFinance in his video also, this is just the beginning. So I'm super excited to also share not only the existing POCs, but also showcase the progress made by 2 health and well-being alumni in the last 12 months. So they match perfectly with colors, first of all. That's not all. First, it's Sanitas and Regimen. And who has been here? Lift your hand if you have been here at the closing ceremony or opening ceremony last year. So you all know what Regimen does, correct? Who knows? Who can say it out loud? Quick popcorn? No, you're not. Sanitas is not allowed. They're banned. Anybody?
Aniko, I believe.
No, Aniko is also not allowed. She's from the staff. Anybody? Focus on the part of the name, the man. Man health? Oh, good job, good job. So Regimen is actually the first CE certified digital program for treating long-term erectile dysfunction. And Uliana is going to tell us more about the progress made.
Following the successful project with Sanitas, did with Kickstart Alumni Regimen, the program has been integrated in the health section of the Sanitas portal app since the beginning of November 2022. And furthermore, users benefit from 25% discount on an annual subscription to Regimen.
Perfect. So go fetch your discount if need be. And the second one, we're moving to Lamobir and fuel. And again, anybody recalls what is fuel all about? Nobody? No volunteers? Anna, you're not allowed to say it again. Anybody? Okay, so fuel is an activity tracker specifically for insurers and corporates to encourage, track, and avoid healthy lifestyle of their employees. So, Uliana, what are we seeing in regards to the collaboration there?
La Mobilier Insurance and Fuel have launched a cooperation to establish a digital marketplace to promote health services to corporate customers.
Perfect. So thank you very much. This is the update for our health and well-being vertical. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Katrina and Uliana. And let's move to food and retail with Franziska and Susanne, please.
Hello? Ah, there we go. Here we are. Thank you very much. I was standing there in the back and I saw a lot of empty glasses and empty bottles, so I think bear with us just a little bit longer. I believe that there's a little break coming up right after we're done, so you can all get a refill, chat a little bit, and get a breather before the next section of the, I wanted to say the show, which it almost is, right? Anyway, my name's Suzanne. I co-lead the food and retail vertical together with Franziska, as well as getting massive support in the back end from our colleague Vicky. And she is also the driving force behind the organization of the event here tonight. So first off, can I get a very big applause for her? She's right there. And then obviously a very warm welcome to all of you. I'd like to start by thanking our partners for this vertical. So our longstanding global partner, Coop, of course, and first-time partner in this vertical, Galenica. We had 6 wonderful startups from 5 different countries, including Finland, Sweden, and even from the US. All of them are working on making our food systems more sustainable, be it regarding packaging, reduction of plastic, or upcycling food waste streams into new products. We have a whopping 12 POCs in this vertical today, but before we tell you more about those, I'd like to take you back to the same time around 1 year ago. Our alumnus from 2021, Karen Tech, has managed to secure, this was last year obviously, managed to secure a POC with global partner Coop, and they are all here today. So can I please get Michael from Karen Tech on the stage, as well as Adrian Giger and Julia Sacker from Coop. Welcome, guys. There we go. We already have the handshake. This is more kind of a repeat from last year. So, Michael, welcome back from Austria to Zurich. Love to see you here. Could you please tell us a little bit about Karen Tech, and also where you were last year around this time during the closing ceremony, and what has happened up until this point?
Okay, I try to make it in 1 minute. So what we do, very simple. You all know apricots, plums, cherry. They have a stone inside. And very easy, this stone is a very valuable nut, like an almond or a walnut, but it's a waste stream in hundreds of thousands of tons. So we developed technologies to win this inner nut. You can taste them afterwards everywhere and when you drink a glass of wine. But it has the same nutrients and taste like a normal almond, but it is not artificially grown. It has 70% less CO2 emissions or over 90% less water consumption like a normal almond. So you win on all levels, I guess. And I am very proud.
And they're tasty.
Yeah, thank you. And yes, and now I make it quick. What happened? To be honest, all startups know it, working with a corporate is very, very slow. So in the beginning, it was unbelievable. So it took us 2-3 months. And through Kickstart, really, I appreciate it. Thanks again. You said you brought me also to some C-levels. And in the end, they pushed it internally. And then something happened. After the Kickstart program ended, I know they told me, Michael, we put you on the priority list, but then we are very fast. And I said, yes, yes, you are fast, afterwards, fine. But in January this year, they put me on the priority list, and since then, we are the corporate and they are the startup. You are so fast, unbelievable. And it was unbelievable successful for us. So through Kickstart, what happened, I guess you will tell us now. Thank you, really. So through Kickstart, we got the entry for the Swiss market. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael. So Adrian from Coop, welcome today. Could you tell us from Coop's perspective, you know, why is this project so important, and are you happy with the development so far?
Yeah, thank you very much for coming, Michael, from Austria today, this evening. And yeah, why it's so important for us, we have our sustainability goals at Coop, and we can upcycle here an apricot seed that tastes like an almond, and maybe you already tried it. So if you're not tried, please, and if you already tried, go again. We have a lot of seeds tonight here. And if you can't get enough, I hope you can get enough. In the end of January, you can buy it in all stores at Coop. So please go there and you will have it there.
Cool. Thank you, Adrian. Super inspiring to see what happened from last year. But let's have a look what happened this year. Because Coop, our global partner Coop, collaborated with 4 out of our 6 food and retail startups, starting with the first here on the left, Persal, which is an American startup collaborating with Coop regarding plastic-free smart refill systems. With the startup Plastic Free, as the name says already, Coop will work on sustainable plastic alternatives. But that's not all. The other 2 are more in the direction of food. And I know, Julia, you work close with Nordic Umami. Can you tell us more about it, please?
Yeah, well, as a product developer, I know that the most important thing in developing a good plant-based product is a delicious and well-balanced taste. And Nordic Umami is creating this rich flavor by fermenting our side streams, which is not only healthy, but also a very sustainable technology.
Super. Thank you so much, Julia. Looking forward to the products then itself. And the other POC is with the Swiss startup. Probably you have heard of them already because they are like really, really delicious. New Roots, our vegan cheese startup. Adrian, you are our Spock at Coop. You have the overview of all POCs ongoing. Can you tell us more about the POC with New Roots, please?
Sure. Yes, New Roots, a Swiss startup, a great startup also in the food and as all for the other verticals, great startups that we have this year. New Roots is developing a new cheese that you haven't seen in this world. It's a plant-based cheese. It will be completely something new, and I hope that we can announce next year, same as this year, and try it in our aperitif. So we will see this new development cheese.
Super. Thank you so much, Adrian. Very interesting. Thanks to you all, and applause for Coop and the POCs. So this year, as Susan mentioned already, we have for the first time our partner Galenica with us, and they are as well involved in the food and retail vertical with a POC with our packaging startup Supaso. Please welcome on stage André Lücher. André, congratulations to your POC with Supaso. So can you tell me what is so exciting about Supaso and what is this POC about?
So sustainable temperature control logistic is not only a topic for food, it's as well a topic for pharma. So therefore we believe that this gives us the edge in the Swiss market to run this POC, and we're looking forward to it and hope we can offer our patients, chronic patients, all over Switzerland, in our mail order pharmacy, a sustainable solution for the future.
Super, thank you so much. Applause please for this POC. Thank you, André. Supaso is a really successful startup in our vertical. They did not only work, or they will not only work with Galenica, but with 3 other companies. Really interesting that they will work as well with Planted, which is one of our alumni startups, and 2 other startups. So Supaso, they unfortunately cannot be here, but they sent a video. Please let's have a look what Mario says.
Hi everyone. I'm really sad that I couldn't make it to Zurich tonight, but I'd like to just use this opportunity to say thank you. First of all, thank you to Andre, Monica, and the rest of the Galenica and MediService teams. We have an incredibly cool project in the making with the development of a sustainable cellulose fiber-based packaging solution for pharmaceutical products, and our whole team at Supaso is really excited about this. Then there's a few other great news I'd like to share. We've agreed to partner with Planted Foods, who are actually Kickstart alumni. Going forward, they'll be using our packaging to ship their fantastic vegan dishes to your home all over Europe. And there's 2 more exciting POCs with companies from this year's Kickstart batch that we're really looking forward to. We'll work with Amplify and we'll make use of the great platform that they built. We'll also partner with Plastic Free in making our solution even more sustainable. We hope that we'll be able to utilize their technology for the outer lining of our insulation elements, which would allow us to offer insulation packaging that is actually 100% cellulose fiber based. So that leaves me, last but not least, to say thank you very, very much to the Kickstart team, in particular Suzanne, Franziska, Vicky from our vertical. You've done such a fantastic job in creating opportunities for us. We have a couple of other things in the making and talks going on in addition to what I've mentioned. So have fun, celebrate tonight. You really deserve it. Have a great night, and thank you from everyone here at Supaso.
Also, a really big thanks from our side to Supaso. We'll try to enjoy our evening, I guess. So you heard Mario say this as well, where they have a POC with other startups, they have a POC with alumni, and this is one of the things that we're so proud of within this vertical this year, is that the startups within this vertical have made full use of the Kickstart program. They've developed POCs with partners, but also between each other, and even between a startup and an entrepreneurship team. So the full range is available within these 6 startups and within this vertical. A few examples you can see here behind me. So for example, Amplify is working with Supaso again, as well as Purcell, to simplify access to sustainable packaging. Amplify is also working with New Roots to take a data-driven approach towards more sustainable packaging and responsible plastic management. And Amplify is working as well with the entrepreneurship team of Swisscom called Trust Relay, and using their SaaS platform to increase efficiency, improve security, and reduce legal risks. In attention, or for New Roots, in addition to the POC with Coop as well as Amplify, they're also working together with Kraftwerk, where we are right now, to develop more plant-based dishes for the menu, as well as desserts, cakes, etc. We also don't have New Roots here today, but they did leave us with a short message, which we'll take a look at right now.
Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca. I'm responsible for business development at New Roots. We're sorry we cannot participate tonight in person, but appreciate the opportunity to share our thank yous in a very short video. We were privileged to be selected in the Kickstart program this year. It was an intense and very interesting and fruitful period. Where we were able to meet with our partners, new and old ones, such as Coop, but also new partners such as startups like Amplify, or locations such as Kraftwerk, CSS, the city of Zurich, and have the opportunity to share ideas and even draft projects together. So that was very interesting, and we really appreciate the whole network access that Kickstart gave us, as well as the great support by Kickstart in the various events that you hosted during this period. Especially a thank you to Franziska, Victoria and Suzanne for being such great New Roots brand ambassadors. Wherever you went, you brought our products and you presented them to the participants and convinced them of how great the taste of vegan cheese can be. So many, many thanks for that. And we're really looking forward to building our network even more, thanks to all the contacts that were provided through Kickstart. And hopefully we'll also see results in, be it in projects or even just increased brand awareness. And yes, we wish you a wonderful evening.
One extra little bit of information on New Roots. If you do make it to the dinner, which I believe Lisanne mentioned was at 8, they have been included into the flying dinner with a few of their products. So please keep an eye out, see if you can identify them. Anything cheese related will probably have some New Roots in it and is completely vegan. So for the dairy intolerant people, there is something to eat as well, of course. Remains to say, again, a big thank you to our entire food ecosystem, our partners, the startups who are hopefully joining us online. And yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Franziska and Suzanne. So we will have now 15 minutes break, okay? 15 minutes, so go to the toilet, go and drink something, come back, we'll continue. Okay, see you in a bit. want those people to come very fast. So let's clap so they will hear it. So we need to be so very loud to clap. Woo! Woo! Are there, very good, very good. Are there still people? Let's quickly see. Okay. Let's do one more. Let's do one more, okay? 1, 2, 3, let's clap. Woo! Okay, good. Hi everyone, welcome back. Part 2 of Kickstart Closing Ceremony 2022. There are so many stories which we really want to hear. We would love to deep dive in each and every of it. Of course, we can't do this. We'll do this at the dinner, flying dinner afterwards. So the next vertical which we will be hearing is entrepreneurship. And let's please welcome Fritz Seidel and Andrea Bianchi on stage.
Thank you. If startups are the superheroes of innovation, my entrepreneurship teams are like Clark Kent. They are superheroes themselves, but they also have a normal job. And after the Kickstart program, they take back the skill set they learned here back to their organizations, and they will start creating positive change from within. In the last 7 years, we were able to support 44 teams from 13 different organizations, and we added 9 teams this year, representing 5 of our partners. And I want to thank you, all of you that made it happen. I want to give thanks to the Kickstart team, to the dedicated advisors, to the network of experts, but also to our program partners from the entrepreneurs, to Evitiv, to Reverse, to Swiss Leap, and to Day 8. But I might even give a bigger thanks to the teams that survived this year's program. All the emotional roller coasters, the challenges, and the superhero work you're doing every day. And I might just point out one example from a team that can't be here with us today, because they've been asked by the most important data economy summit, Gaia X, to speak today in Paris. And besides that, Trust Relay, the team from Swisscom, also has a POC and a collaboration going on with one of our partners. But there's more to learn, so let's welcome on stage all the teams from CSCM, from Swisscom, from Hirslanden, from La Bombière, and from, I forgot, EPFL, our spin-off. Come on stage, sorry. And I'm sure there's more to learn than just from the one team. And Andrea, you might have some important questions to raise.
Okay, so as you've seen, it's getting crowded up here. But I'm gonna just ask these teams, these entrepreneurs, some quick questions so that you have an idea of what their journey looked like. And maybe let's begin with Heiko from Nutrigen Care. So this year is the first time that Hirslanden joined the entrepreneurship program. And I remember, or you remember maybe the challenge days where you had a bit of challenges. How was that workshop for you? How was the day for you? And how did it help your project in the end?
Let's say basically, if I would say 1 minute nothing, that would more or less explain how we felt. Because during that day we were grilled from the teams, with questions that completely destroyed our project, because we came from a hackathon, as you might know. And we came out with the idea that we thought was pretty cool. And then we came to this day and say, okay, let's go through the challenge, we'll make it. And by the end of the day, it was kind of, we lost everything. And to And then we had to pitch based on something we did not have anymore, which was even more difficult in the end. And that was basically how we ended up in terms of trying to regather ourselves, in terms of regrouping, reframing all of the things that we had, and to see how we could restart from there on. And that's basically, it helped us, but it was a tough day, basically, yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, and maybe do you also want to share some of the positive sides? Some of the positive things that happened after that?
I'd say positivities was that there were a lot of questions asked we didn't think about. There were a lot of questions that we did not have the answer yet, but it helped us really to develop our idea more in a more focused way, in a more clear direction than as we started from.
Thank you. So now you know why we call them challenge days. Now please, Hatla, CSEM team for Iving. You can see her prototype and her ice skate in the hand. Maybe for you, what are the next steps for you now that the program is coming to an end?
Yeah, so we're working really hard to develop our MVP that we are expecting to give to everyday users that are waiting for it by the beginning of next year. And then we're also looking for funding to bring that MVP to a mass marketable product. So yeah, those are the big next steps for us.
Amazing. Now Max from Gridsteer, a spin-off of EPFL. You attended the CEO dinner in Lausanne, where you also were able to pitch. How was that experience for you, and did it help?
Well, thank you. Yeah, of course, it did help. The mix between startups and the partners was very nice. The seating arrangements in the tables also made us some nice discussions with Daniel from Swisscom or George from CSEM or a lot of different people, Ray as well. So I'm very grateful for that. Some nice discussions rose from this, and the chance to try a second round of the pitching was also a nice experience. So thank you for allowing Gridsteer to share what we do. Thanks.
Thank you. Now let's get the mic on all the other side to Alan, who leads the climatic team, a Swisscom entrepreneur team. Maybe can you tell us a bit about how was it with your advisor? Each team has a dedicated advisors that accompanies and guides them throughout the journey. So how was that for you?
I would call it a mentor, really. So I was not so convinced at first, you know, as a senior person, having exit some companies, and I was a bit kind of not so motivated actually. But at the end, we had really fun. I mean, he could really kind of had the, let's say, the sensibility to bring me to the right path, and even I understood, you know, what to do. Sometimes perhaps unconsciously doing the right thing, but he was kind of fine-tuning me all the time, giving me advice, and honestly, it was really cool. I'm not saying that because I'm here, because it's the truth, and I can even give the name of the guy. Where is the guy? Oliver. He's here, and he's filming actually. So, thank you, Oliver.
Yeah. Thank you, Oliver, one of our program partners from Swissly. And now last question here for our Mobiliar team. Time Buddy, you were one of the 2 early stages team. How did it work out for you? Can you share us a bit how your experience was?
Yes. So, of course, I learned a lot about business stuff and about methods and everything. But I think the biggest takeaway and the best thing about the whole experience is to see how great it is to work in an interdisciplinary team, and even more to do so in a new setting. I really think we could learn a lot from each other and challenge each other. So yeah, and for me personally, I think the best thing about the program was to have been able to meet so many interesting and inspiring people. Thank you.
Thank you. So maybe for those who don't know, Julia usually works in the legal department of La Mobilière, And for after the hackathon that they run, she was able to join this project and this program and learn a bit about something new.
Yeah,
and
it's
now,
very new.
please, please, Katka, do you have something you would like to give the teams?
Yes, so we would like to congratulate on behalf of Kickstart for literally surviving the program. And so you don't forget us after tonight, even we said we'll support this, we will continue to support. We have this certificate for you that you will hang above your bed so you don't forget about us every single day. So Vanessa, I just want to say congratulations. Then I have Natalie. I have to say one story because I have to say, we spoke about what it meant for us, but I think it's also really important for us to say how we are get inspired. And I love Natalie because she is a doctor who is kind of pulling all the night shifts, and she will still show up at 8 in the morning for the check-in, smiling most of the time. So I just wanted to say it's absolutely amazing what you guys could do next to your jobs. Then Alan. Sonia? David? Ella? Valerie? Amir? Max? Julia? Fantastic. Congratulations and keep making it happen. Thank you.
So thank you again very much for the entrepreneurship teams. We will now continue. I hope you brought your Kern text or popcorn, because we will be continuing with quite a big vertical with the finance and insurance. And for that, please welcome Alana Murphy and Paulina Kanya.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Great to see you. I'm Alana Murphy, and together with Paulina and Katka, we're very excited to represent the finance and insurance vertical. So every year, this vertical is the biggest cohort, which is no surprise, being in Switzerland. However, it's amazing to see the innovation and diversity that these startups bring to the table each time. This year, we welcome 12 startups from 7 countries. And in addition to numerous vertical journeys, negotiations, pitching opportunities, and events from Kickstart, these startups have been achieving milestones after milestones themselves. So I want to highlight a couple of those. So first off, we have Finn Marie, who launched their very first book, The Financial Guide for Women, which was written by the co-founders to encourage women to increase their confidence and awareness when it comes to investing. We also have Typewise, who are actually part of the Y Combinator this summer, which is very impressive. And they also actually cut their cohort size by 40%, making it even more impressive. Surfly and Besurance were selected for the InsurTech 100 list, which is the world's most innovative InsurTech companies. And Cybersmart won the UK Innovation and Entrepreneurship Award at the UK Industry Awards. The list really does go on. But now it's time to showcase what they've accomplished with our partners over the past 10 weeks. I'm proud to share they've reached a record number of 16 POCs and partnerships this year. And to kick us off, I'll hand over to Paulina, who will announce the first partnerships.
Thank you so much. So as you heard, we have 16 POCs. That's a huge applause for this enormous number. Woo! We are so excited to announce of all of them right now. And let's go directly to the first one. It's AXA and Boomerang Ideas. I would like to ask on stage Matthias Gasser from AXA and also Rafael from Boomerang Ideas. Welcome on stage for the handshake. And about the POC, is AXA will work with Boomerang Ideas to collect faster and more cost-efficient market feedback through the social media. So congratulations again for your collaboration and good luck. Thank you so much. And our next announcement, already mentioned before, Finn Marie with our partner COP. Please welcome on stage Adrian Giger from Coop and also Anna-Lisa from Finmarie. And about the POC, Coop and Finmarie will collaborate in the area of the financial well-being of Coop employees through financial coaching, guidance, and training. Congratulations on your POC. And thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you. And our next partnerships with La Mobilière, we have 3 startups, Unique, Boomerang Ideas, and Typewise. That's why I would like to welcome on stage Lucas Borer from La Mobilière, and also our startups, Raphael from Boomerang Ideas, and Patrick from Unique. Please welcome on stage. First POC is with Boomerang Ideas and La Mobilière. They will work together to collect high-quality findings from the Swiss social media population. So congratulations on your POC project. And the second one is with the Unique, and La Mobilière and Unique are already working together to improve the efficiency of sales preparation and follow-up of consultations. Congratulations on this POC. As we know that you are already working together, can you tell us, Luca, more about ongoing partnership with Unique?
Yeah, thank you. With this proof of concept between La Mobilière and Unique, we want to make sure that our insurance sorry for that. Consultants, our insurance consultants, automatically and without any administrative effort get high quality transcripts for their customer discussions, customer consultations. Sorry. I'm looking very much forward to see the results.
Thank you so much, and congratulations again, and thank you for being with us today. Thank you.
I'm going to ask Patrick and Rafa to stay on the stage, please, and invite Luca from Post Finance, please. So Post Finance have confirmed 4 partnerships this year, and I'd also like to invite Severios from Adonic, please, to join us. So VNTR by Post Finance is exploring collaboration opportunities with Adonic in the area of impact banking. Post Finance and Unique will work together to reduce admin work for corporate retail client advisors while increasing the quality of data. And Post Finance and You will collaborate with Boomerang Ideas to receive rapid feedback on prototypes and conduct market analysis through market research. So Luca, please can you share a little bit more about what you're exploring with Adonic?
Yes, with Idonic at Post Finance, we really want to find out whether their blockchain-based technology solution can increase the trust and the transparency within the donation process. Because Idonic makes it possible to track the donations from the donor to the receiver, and this would thus be redesigning the whole donation experience. So very, very interesting for us.
Thank you so much. Okay, yeah, thank you, Luca and Severios.
Thank you so much.
You guys are free to go back to your seats. Patrick and Raphael, I'll ask you to stay on the stage again, please. And I'll invite Sylvan from Swisscom to join us. So Swisscom have also confirmed 4 POCs this year, 2 with Unique, Boomerang Ideas, and Surfly, who weren't able to make it tonight, but they're joining us online. So Unique, as I mentioned, secured 2 POCs with Swisscom B2B and local search using Unique Sales Intelligence AI. And Swisscom is working with Boomerang Ideas to collect quick, cost-effective, and relevant market feedback through social media. So Sylvan, can you share a little bit more about what you're doing with Boomerang, please?
Sure, so happy to be here. And what we're going to do with Boomerang is we're going to use feedback loops on social media actually to see what feedback we're going to have or acceptance we're going to have in new products. which we launched recently in the area, in the space of legal and digital area. Yes, I'm super happy. I just learned today that it's so easy to be handled that even our interns can use that, which is not fair because our interns are really smart. But apart from that, happy to do.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you and congratulations.
Okay, you guys are free to go back to your seats. Patrick, you're staying with me for a little bit longer. And next, we have a very exciting cross-vertical collaboration. So can I welcome Monica Menon from Galexis on stage, please, if Monica is here? Perfect. So Galexis and Unique are going to work together to automatically summarize customer service conversations in CRM and analyze topics to inform sales proactively and increase customer satisfaction. No questions for you guys, just a nice handshake, and then you're free to go. Perfect. Okay, now finally to wrap this up, I would love to invite Marta from Climate, who is one of our startups this year. So Climate are currently working with one of our Kickstart alumni, SimPower, to support their decarbonization efforts. And we're also very happy to announce that Kickstart will be planning a pilot with Climate over the next few months to explore the removal of carbon emissions within the program. So Marta, can we get Marta a mic, please? Can you share a bit more about your partnership with our alumnus SimPower?
Yes, so at Climate we do carbon removal, and SimPower, they have been compensating for their emissions from 2021 with our portfolios of high permanence carbon removal methods. And now they're also started to compensate for their emissions since the company has been created. So all the historical emissions. Yeah.
Perfect, thank you so much. Okay, that's it. That wraps up finance and insurance. So thank you again to all our startups and partners, and we look forward to celebrating with you later.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for finance and insurance. Let's move on with new work and learning with Anniko Ivanix and again Andrea Bianchi. Please on stage.
Thank you so much. We've already been hearing lots of amazing results, so it's a pleasure to wrap this up. Also, really no holding grudges that we had to switch with smart cities. We are really happy for you, Ray, so you could start the show. Go on. I know that you're wondering what New Work is standing for. What we do with Andrea, managing the New Work and Learning vertical, is that we, together with our amazing startups and partners, aiming to shape the future of workplace engagement. Does this matter you? So for some, it matters a little bit more. For some of you might think this is HR's job, but believe me when I say it's so much more than that. In 2040, it's going to be about 133 million of new job titles and about 1 billion people needing reskilling or upskilling. So some of you might be a part of it. Those partners and those organizations who have a head start for it and preparing to shift the way how they are managing their workforce, going to get a head start and going to be ahead of them to respond to their employees' needs about in the field of growth and well-being and all those opportunities we can leverage with new technologies. On how we do that, Andrea will tell you a little bit more.
Thank you. So with over 10 partners and more than 30 collaboration opportunities, we're working together with La Mobilière, Swisscom, PostFinance, Coop, Sanitas, Ringier, AXA and ETH to identify the trends and solutions of the future of work. During the past 10 weeks, we had the opportunity to work with 7 amazing startups from 6 countries, and they showed us a version of the future that will be climate-friendly, will empower learning and leadership, and is data-driven, built on potential, and cares about employee well-being. So, please welcome on stage Philippe Bigler, the specialist for sustainability of La Mobilière, and Antonius William, the CEO of EV. So together, you will work together to to raise climate awareness amongst the employees and reduce carbon emission. So maybe can you tell us a bit more about your POC and what does it mean, climate awareness for you?
Yes, thank you very much. First of all, I would like to thank you for the collaboration. It's a cool start already. EV fits perfectly to the sustainability vision of Mobiliar to live and promote sustainability within the company, but also with the customers and for the society. And so we try to involve all the employees on this way. We want to take them on our journey to reduce emissions.
Thank you so much. We're also really excited, and this is a great example of how we envision how to roll out these engagement programs at the end of the day to empower every employee to make a positive impact through their work. So for La Mobilier, we're going to start doing a program within a separate division, which is perfect because we have the whole participants from top to bottom, and we can work together to identify how we can enable every single participant to have a better understanding of the impact they do on a day-to-day basis in their work, and to empower them to make more climate-friendly decisions in terms of energy, mobility, waste. So we're really excited about the POC to then hopefully have the perfect blueprint on how to roll it out to the rest of the company.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause for you, especially. Thank you so much, Tono, especially for giving the examples. We hope to see you back in the next opening to announce some more. But moving on to the next POC and warm handshake only, we are happy to invite on stage from La Mobilier, Innovation Manager Andrea Kaufmann and Norbert Hertz, founder of Leadbecker. Mobilier and Leadbecker will be on a collaboration to develop their Scrum Master, Design Thinker and Facilitator community. Super excited to see what you're going to come up with. I've seen you had a start of the handshaking. And I wanted to say thank you so much for Andrea for making our job so much easier and being an innovation champion. Thank you so much. We have some business to do. Smile. Thank you so much for the support. Norbert, we will keep you on stage because we know not only corporates and startups can have POCs together in Kickstart, but startups to startups, because there is so much value in the community. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, thanks a lot for opening up this opportunity. Leadbecker is a software platform that helps people to engage, develop, and perform better from the whole life cycle, from new hire to alumni, basically, right? And together with Get More Brain, we help those employees from new hire to alumni to learn, unlearn, and relearn better. That's the subject of the POC together.
Super, we are super happy for you. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for the organization. Thank you.
Last but not least, I'm gladly inviting on stage Jonathan Alpanalp, Transformation Specialist from PostFinance, and Mohem Reddy. Thank you so much for joining us, straight from San Francisco. The floor is yours for a warm handshake only, but I know you would love to say something, but we're going to say it for you. So PostFinance and Sky5 will collaborate on a skill management pilot to unleash human potential in order to future-proof its workforce. If you want to have questions about that, PostFinance is already on the way, and Mohammed is really happy to help you about the largest data source that they are owning in the labor markets from 200 countries and over 90 languages. So he's a very humble member, there's so much to say. So I hope you can grab a drink. Thank you so much for joining us on stage and for making it happen. We'll see you later after the show. And with that, we would love to encourage you to talk to this founder and to put new work a little bit on the agenda. And we would love to also give back the floor to you to wrap up tonight, Lisanne.
Thank you so much. New work and learning. It's been 6 verticals and 55 POC. I think that really needs a huge applause from all of you. We have some great announcements still to do. We still have some fireside chats here, and then we will have a wonderful flying dinner. Next on stage will be Jörg Stocker.
Because I don't want to be alone, I'm asking Alessandro to come on stage. Thank you.
Thank you, Jörg.
So the company you see here, Mediclinic, is better known in Switzerland as Hirslanden.
Correct.
It's the group that owns Hirslanden. They're active in 3 countries globally. And we first met in March, so late March. And I didn't really know what we were doing in late March, but something I knew, because there was a date you had, 14th of May. So what was our plan together?
At that time, Jürgen, I have to admit, I didn't know it either, exactly what we wanted to do, but we launched for the first time in the group, so in the Mediclinic group, we have 34,000 employees globally, an hackathon, actually 3 hackathons at the same time. And that was at the same time them building the innovation department that didn't exist. And yeah, it was actually about 10 weeks. So it was a training for what happened to the guys that were at the hackathon that they are here tonight in order to do the acceleration program and to become part of the Kickstart.
So I never experienced this. So you were building up an innovation department, and together we were building a hackathon for an unknown number of people. So in the end, we had like 50 people, and not just happening here in Bern, but also then in Dubai and in South Africa. But then one of the winning teams went then to the Kickstart program. So the doctor was staying on stage with 2 colleagues. They then went to this 10-week program. Why did you send them to this program then?
For 2 reasons. One, we were convinced about the Kickstart program itself. And second, we didn't have the manpower and the experience, being at the same time building up the department and running and trying to move from an idea to a POC and later on an MVP. So we needed help, and we found the help, and we wanted to experience something local, because Hirslanden is, of course, within Switzerland and, of course, embedded in the Swiss tissue. Then it was important for us as well that they could experiment the network that they created, the experts here, and the market here.
So thank you. Thank you for being a Kickstart partner, and thank you for the challenges we had together. And now, like, one final question is, a lot of people in here have the same challenges. They have to build innovation departments, they have to empower their employees, they have to make innovation happen. So what are your main tips you have to the public here?
I mean, first of all, trust your people. Trust, and trust. And then plan and replan, I don't know, many times. I mean, this was a funny thing during the entire experience, even now, planning and replanning. But without a plan, your ideas cannot go to realization. So trust in people and plan.
Thank you very much. So we shake hands. We don't have a project, but we have some challenges.
Thank you very much.
So what you saw now is a group of entrepreneurs working at companies, employees that built their companies or at least built a business case around their idea, coming out of a hackathon. And this made us do something that we always did. So we're very good in delivering services, but we're not so good in doing products. And we built a product around this. So 2 things were existing. Our capability to do hackathons. We did this a lot of times, also on a very large and a global scale. And we had this existing entrepreneur program at Kickstart, where more than 50 teams went through. Some of them built a company, are commercial now. Some of them are still living within companies. And some of them happily died, which is a value in itself. And during this, we realized that these 2 elements are missing some parts, which we then added to this, and more information on our homepage. And we began integrating these teams in our expert and advisor ecosystem. So we offer for entrepreneur teams, so employees, access to expert sessions where they can discuss their innovation challenges, where they can build business cases, where they can discuss their value proposition in order to move innovation forward or to develop certainty if they should continue or if they should not continue. And in addition to this, we developed structured sprint workshops together with companies where we are pushing innovation forward, not from the outside, This we do in addition, but from the inside. So it's about empowering employees, and it's something very, not just interesting, but also something very rewarding to see how these people grow, and also how we grow together with these clients. So, new service of Kickstart in addition to geography, and very excited to do much more of this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jörg. You know, it's amazing. All the POCs we are talking today about and all the partnerships which are rising are really all opportunities for business and also impact. And to see how Kickstart Innovation is also growing with its services as well is really inspiring, because I know what is happening afterwards. There will be even more opportunities in terms of business and of impact. So you won't see me afterwards anymore, so thank you very much for having me again here as your moderator through this closing ceremony. Katka Litzing, the CEO of Kickstart Innovation, will do the wrap-up or closing panel, and then also the closing words. It's been a pleasure, and looking forward to see all your amazing work everywhere, you know, in the shops or in the world or in Switzerland. So thank you very much. Katka Litzing. And now again, a big applause for Katka Litzing.
No, thank you. Thank you, Lisanne. You make me turn red, which doesn't happen very often. So the next one, what I'm really excited about, is the fireside chat. And we spoke about the heroes on the side of the startups. We spoke about the Clark Kents of the entrepreneurship teams. But we didn't speak as much about the heroes who are kind of there really fighting for innovation in their corporates. And I would like to bring really amazing women superheroes on stage now. The first one is Gabrielle Langer, who is the Chief Transformation Officer of Post Finance. Second is Claudia Binetru, who is the head of Open Innovation AXA Switzerland. And third one is Rizlan Haji, Chief of Staff and Marketing Launch and Lead of MSD. If you would like to please join me on the stage. We have more mics. Yep, perfect. We can also. Very good. So thank you so much for joining me on the stage. I really appreciate it. And so maybe I'll start with Gabriela. You have been engaged also on the advisory board of Kickstart. Can you maybe tell us how has been the experience for you this year on personal level and professional level in connection to innovation?
Let's talk about professional. Innovation kept us busy last year, or this year actually. We made many things come true. For example, we have an innovation field in digital asset, means cryptos, blockchain, and we leveraged it from the innovation part to the business unit. So we handed over from innovation to retail banking in order to offer our clients within the next 2 years that they can do closed trading with cryptos, which is quite interesting for us. Another thing that we did is we took the whole board to Berlin together with young specialists in AI, did a study trip, which was really impressive. Or a third thing is we introduced, what's it called? Foresight into venture in order to look forward and see, I always need help. Yeah, and in order to see and look in the future what's coming true, what's coming to happen. So innovation kept us busy.
Thank you so much for sharing. Claudia, I will have the same question for you. From the standpoint of view of AXA, you have been engaged now for many years. It's been really appreciated. Could you maybe share some of the experience from this year in comparison to last year's that you have seen and the trends?
Well, actually, I think one thing that stays the same is that being with Kickstart for AXA is always a great inspiration. So what we managed again this year is, on the one hand, bring to a virtual meeting more than 5 countries out of the AXA group, together with startups of Kickstart program who pitched there and introduced themselves to our colleagues in other entities. And as well, we had several senior managers and many other AXA colleagues involved in discussions with the startups, and I'm really sure that, as always, as in the past years, it was very inspiring for them, be it in data, be it in HR, in the fintech and insurance vertical, or also in health.
Thank you for sharing. Maybe I'll go back to Gabriela. Gabriela, can you speak maybe, we had lots of announcements of the pilots and commercial projects. I know it's really hard in your position to see which one is favorite, but maybe I can kind of break in to say, what projects are you really excited that you see coming up through the new collaborations?
To be honest, I knew about those that we were engaging with, but when I came here tonight, honestly, I fell in love with all of you because it's just so impressive what you're doing. It's hard to pick. So because it's so hard, I let it do my colleagues. They have to pick. I couldn't. You're just so gorgeous. I can't say. They already choose for me, for our post-finance, but I'm so impressed. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So Clara, this is hard for you. What it will be for you? We will come to Rizlan next, I promise. There's a secret question for her. Yes.
All right. So it's really hard to say something after what Gabriela said. I am excited that we could announce 2 POCs tonight, but I'm sure that many of the conversations we had will go on, and I'm optimistic that there's more to come next year.
Very good. So I invited Rizlan next to you guys because I'm really happy to announce that we just signed a new partnership with MSD, which will be public tomorrow. And so, Rizlan, could you maybe tell us a little bit more of MSD? Many people are asking us, what is MSD? So if you can help us with that, as well as what you would like to focus on through the partnership. And congratulations. Thank you so much in the trust with us.
No, thank you, Getka, and thank you to the Kickstart team. It's great to be here tonight. So MSD, we are a large biopharmaceutical company, and our core mission is to focus on delivering innovative health solutions to improve and save lives. We produce medicines and vaccines in many different therapeutical areas, including oncology, immunology, infectious disease, and we have a presence in 140 countries worldwide. We have been in Switzerland for 60 years now, and we have over 1,000 employees working in different functions, from research, development, marketing, and supply chain.
Thank you so much for sharing. So maybe this is the last question for all of you. We are in the end of 22. We are going to celebrate like crazy today, all the accomplishments, of course. But what is there for you in the next year, for 23? What are the trends that are coming up for you?
Well, this is the closing night, but in the same time, it's the beginning now. So what's coming in 23 is that we cooperate with the startups that we choose, or they chose us. So this is for sure. Then what's very interesting, we didn't sign a contract yet, but sustainable finance is one of the topics I'm really interested in. And it seems that Idonic might join, so that might be interesting. And there's a third thing that I really like to confirm. We're going to be global partner again for Kickstart.
Thank you. So when I hear this as a CEO of Kickstart, I'm like one of those startups and I'm jumping inside out because this is huge sign POC for me. So I just want to say that, yes. Thank you. And then Claudia, what will be for you?
So Katka, we want to see you jump again. Now, of course, AXA will also be global partner of Kickstart next year. And we are really looking forward to another cohort of interesting startups. One of our main focus will be on sustainability next year. We have started last year. We have just launched our own pilots, POCs within AXA with also other startups. And a strong focus will also lie on e-mobility as one of the biggest car insurers in Switzerland.
Thank you so much. And Rizlan, last but not least, can you tell us a little bit more what is cooking? I know we had some workshops, some more coming, but what are the topics that we are going to work on next year?
We had indeed very interesting first discussion, so I can't wait to see what's going to happen. But for us, as a new partnership, we really want to get more insights, more input around the new trends and technology in digital health. And we really look forward to connect with the startups that are focused in the area that we are pursuing at MSD. And one of them is prevention and vaccination, to be a bit more precise. So really looking forward to this new adventure.
Cool, thank you. So as my colleague was speaking about Superman, I would like to challenge you. There are a lot of amazing superwomen, and there are some examples, some of those. So thank you so much for joining us. So I have this really unfortunate piece of the program when I'm standing exactly between you and the next drinks. But I would like to still get your attention for the next 5 minutes to maybe speak a little bit about what is next for us as a closing remarks, as well as kind of what we can look at in 23. So if you go to the next slide, you know, I am big about working on KPIs and working really towards the targets, but I have to confess to you something. We have been really working hard on increasing the numbers in the sustainable and circular economy. And so we went, when we started project with Mava Foundation 3 years ago, with 20% of the POCs were coming to the logic and evaluated by our experts as a circular economy. The following year was 40%. And this year, the target was 60%. I'm really sad to say that we didn't meet the target, but we're on 43, so we're increased. But in order to increase it for next year, I really need all of your help. So this is why I am here, as we always say at Impact Hub, failing forward, that I need all of you to have these amazing challenges towards sustainability so you can help me to meet my KPIs and my dreams in the future, as well as our team. No pressure, as you know, I will find you. And then if you go to the next one, because it has been really not as easy to work on these topics, we were really keen also developing new projects and being a part of the partnerships. And I'm really proud that there are many countries who are developing this special report. It's the Circularity Gap Report, and it has been done in 6 countries. And I'm really proud to say that we're one of the partners this year to do that for Switzerland, which will be announced in Q1 of next year, including also being part of the report for the whole globe at Davos. So I really hope that you can be part of those reports and part of those best practices. So the things that we are trying to influence can really be the future. And when we stand here on the stage, those percentages are increasing. Again, no pressure, I will find you. And then if we go to the next slide. One of the things is that when we, people always tell me and to say, oh, Katka, you know, the program is ending. For us, it is already planning really far, of course, for next 2 years and to see what can happen on the pilots and commercial projects. And so these are the 3 most important days next to your birthday next year. And the first one is the global launch of the application in all different countries on April 4th. Then opening ceremony here on the September 12th, and then closing ceremony November 9th. So I really hope that you can join us for some of the, let's say, more of the fun. But now more seriously, I just would like to thank you so much for all the support and showing up and making that happen, because none of that could happen on my own. And I would like to bring my amazing team on stage, because those are the ones who inspire me every day. Well, try not to cry, come. All right. I know then some of the team is also watching online, so this is not all of us, but I know then we'll all celebrate it together. But then the last favor I have is a little exercise for you. So I would love you to get up from your seat, please. turn around and make the biggest smile you can to this beautiful photographer right up front of you.